welcome to episode 79 of Board Game Blitz, a proud member of the Dice Tower Network and a podcast about all things board games that you can listen to in less time than it takes to plan an epic anniversary surprise. Board Game Blitz is sponsored by Gray Fox Games. This week, we are celebrating our 3-year anniversary with something very special. So throw that regular format out the windows, because here we go. And now, here are your hosts,
Ambie
and Crystal, and special guest,
Cassadi!
Woo! Woo! Cassidy's back, everyone!
Yay!
So Cassadi, how are you?
I'm good. Tired.
We've missed you, and we've had some of our listeners have definitely missed you as well. So it is nice to have you come join us for our 3-year anniversary. When we started this little adventure, we all started talking on the internet back in 2015.
Before I had a child.
Yeah, nearly 4 years ago, we started talking, and we've now been releasing episodes for 3 years. We're heading into year 4, and that's pretty exciting, I have to say.
Yes.
So, Ambie, you have planned something very, very special for our anniversary episode. So I'm going to hand the reins over to you and let you explain what we're going to be doing here today.
All right. So first, I want to give a shout out to Escape This Podcast, which inspired what I'm doing for this episode, which is an escape room podcast. Escape podcast? I don't know what you call it.
And we'll link to them in the show notes for sure. They make awesome stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, it's hosted by Danny and Bill, and Danny makes escape rooms like in an audio format, and they have guests on every episode, and they basically have to go through an escape room that's in audio format. So she describes things that's going on, and then they look at different things and do an escape room. And it's really cool. So I made a special escape room for Board Game Blitz for our anniversary. And
Hooray!
Crystal and Cassadi are going to solve it. Hopefully. Yes.
We're going to solve it.
So I am new at making this, so I apologize if it's bad. But what you need is a pencil and paper, or like something to write notes on, because unless you can just remember everything.
Yeah, nope, not me.
That works too.
You warned us about this in advance, so I do have paper and a pen ready to go.
Yes. And also, a lot of times escape rooms, you don't need any outside information, but this one is a little special in that you will need outside information, but you should have that outside information because you are co-hosts of this podcast. This may be a bit of a meta escape room. So,
I'm very excited now.
So, without further ado, let's go into the escape room. Wow, you can't believe it's been 3 years since we started Board Game Blitz, a really awesome podcast all about board games. In celebration of the anniversary, you decided to take a week to listen to the backlog of old episodes, starting at episode 1. Wow, our sound quality definitely has improved since back then, and we didn't really know each other or meet each other until we were well into making the podcast. It's obvious to you listening back on it now, and you're proud of how far we've come. 14 hours later, you start off one more episode before bedtime. Episode 29, Escape Escapades. As you hear the familiar intro, your vision starts to cloud over and your consciousness fades.
Hello, and welcome to episode 29 of Board Game Blitz, a proud member of the Dice Tower Network and a podcast about all things board games that you can listen to in less time than it takes to get out of an escape room. This week, we're trapped!
You awaken in a blank white room or space. You're not really sure. If you've seen The Good Place, it looks kind of like Janet's void. Nothing really visible anywhere except for a few items in the near vicinity. You'll think of it as a room for now. As you come to your senses, you hear the intro to the podcast again, but this time it's a little different.
Hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Board Game Blitz, a proud member of the Dice Tower Network and a podcast about all things board games. Board Game Blitz is sponsored by Gray Fox Games. We're trapped! In this week's episode, we need to escape in less time than it takes to listen to an episode of Board Game Blitz.
But don't worry, that's after editing. And this is a special episode, so I guess we can go longer.
I am like beaming. This is amazing already.
Okay, well, this is surreal. You look around the room at the various objects. You can see a calyx shelf, with a boombox on it, a table with some board games, some chairs, and a couch. Hanging on the air, as if there were walls in this void, are some framed paintings. So now you can look around at things if you want.
Okay. I'm just writing everything down. So you said the framed paintings are like hanging in the air?
Yeah. So it's like a room, but it's the void, so...
Oh, yeah, I gotcha. So it's the paintings are kind of what is making up the room.
They're on the wall, yeah.
I gotcha. What games are on the table?
The games are piled in a couple piles on the table. The first pile contains... Okay, I'm going to give you a list, so I'll go slowly so you can write them down if you want. Strike, Castell, Lotus, Paperback, Zularetto, King Domino, and Quicks.
Okay.
The second one has Gloomhaven, Betrayal, Arkwright, Tokaido, Escape the Curse of the Temple, and Istanbul.
Okay.
And the last one has an exit game, an unlock game, and escape room the game. How appropriate.
Wow.
Very meta.
Yes.
A podcast about escape rooms in an escape room with escape room games.
Yeah. I'm so good at coming up with themes.
All right, well, these are definitely all games that we have talked about on the podcast before, but I'm looking at like the first letters to see if they would theoretically spell out anything, and just the fact that Quicks exists in the first pile is telling me that maybe not the case because there's no U. So there's probably not. So we might need to come back to these. Is there anything special about the couch? So if I go over and I look at the couch, or maybe look at the cushions or behind it or under it, what's going on with the couch?
So the couch is a pretty nice leather 2-seater couch. It's a typical couch with cushions and armrests, no recliners or anything. There's nothing under it. Are you looking, or are you under the couch, or what do you?
Yeah, like just kind of maybe under the cushions.
Oh, okay. You look under the cushions. You pick up the cushions and find a cassette tape. It's labeled just with a drawing of a 5x1 grid. So like a rectangle 5x1 squares.
Okay.
Clearly we need to put the cassette in the boombox.
That does seem, and maybe there's going to be a 5-digit number of some kind. There's 5x1 grid on it. So do you want to take, Cassidy, do you want to take the cassette over to the boombox?
Yeah, let's put the cassette in the boombox.
Okay. Do you try to play it as well? Or just put it in?
Yes.
Okay.
I just
the
put it
boombox
in
works.
and walk away.
So yeah, it works. You hear the familiar one-year anniversary song parody to Ballroom Blitz, although it's just playing the one line on the chorus on repeat. Board Game Blitz. Board Game Blitz. Seems to emphasize the last word too.
Oh, so 5 letters, Blitz, which could theoretically be written in the 1x5 grid on the cassette tape? I don't know. Or maybe that's going to be a 5-digit code for something else. Let's see. Like, do we have the means to write on this cassette tape, or is it just...
Not yet.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm just going to hold on to that for later. Is there anything else in the Kallax next to the boombox or around the boombox?
So you're looking at the Kallax shelf now?
Yes, please.
So the Kallax shelf isn't a size you think existed. It's a 5x1 shelf lying on the floor. On top of the shelf is the boombox. There's also a pencil cup with some pencils and a pencil sharpener. The cubbies are empty, but they all have weird rectangular indentations in them, like you're supposed to place something there.
Okay, in all 5 of the
All 5 cubbies.
Okay. So...
Oh, it's gotta be...
The games...
You gotta put games in there.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and there are... Let's see, do we have all those letters? We do have all of those letters. So, I'm gonna put Betrayal in cubby number 1.
Lotus would be number 2.
Okay, and then I'll put Istanbul in cubby number 3.
What's the... Okay, I'm looking. I have terrible handwriting. Tokaido. Yeah, that's the one that's like, that's the sloppiest one. Yep. Tokaido.
And then I will put Zularetto in cubby number 5.
Okay. Suddenly, a bunch of balloons show up in the room. It must be a celebration of success that you're completing that puzzle.
Hooray! Yay! Balloons for us!
But now we need to pop all the balloons and see if there's anything in them.
You're not able to pop them. They're
Yeah, we don't have anything to pop them with.
they're high up too.
Darn. Didn't you say there was like a pencil and an eraser on the calyx also?
There's no. Well, I guess there's erasers on the pencils. There's, a pencil and a pencil sharpener on the calyx.
Okay.
They're standard wooden number 2 pencils.
How many chairs are in the room with us? You said there were chairs, but how many?
Yes, chairs. There are 3 chairs around the table. They're all similar in style, but different colors. One has a pink cushion, one has a blue cushion, and one has a purple cushion. The chairs are pretty comfortable, but you don't see anything else on them.
I walk over and sit down on the purple cushion just because I am compelled to.
Oh yeah,
Right?
and I'm going to sit on that pink one.
All right, you guys sit down, and that's it.
Okay.
You feel like playing a game.
Well,
I don't know.
I want to look under my chair.
You look under the chair, and you see the word game scrawled on the underside of your chair.
Well, and seeing her do that, I go, well, that seems like a smart idea, so I look under my chair.
Your chair also has the word game on it.
Okay, so now we need to look under the blue one.
Yeah.
It also has the same word, game.
Okay.
Game. Are there any functional differences to how the word game is written, or is it all pretty much identical?
No, they're all identical.
Okay. Can we take a look at the framed paintings that are on the non-existent wall?
Yes. There are 6 different paintings hanging up in a row. They're pretty strange paintings, though. Not something you'd want to hang up in your house. You can take the paintings off from where they're hanging, but there's nothing behind them other than the 6 hooks to hang them. And I'm going to send you a link. It should have the pictures of the paintings.
Ooh, yeah, it's loading right now, and okay. So I assume you're going to be putting this image in the show notes as well. So
yeah, I will put a link to this.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got some rebuses. I haven't done a good rebus in a very long time. I'm going to start with number 4 and go along the bottom row. Cassidy, if you want to try, let's see, them plus attic? Is that an attic? Them attic, seg, candy. This is one of those things where, like, what's that board game where people say words that when you say them all fast together, it sounds like other words?
Mad Libs?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
Wait. No, Mad Gab. Mad Gab,
yeah. I'm that person that always says the thing and everyone else hears exactly what I'm supposed to be saying and I can't tell at all.
Well, good thing there are 2 of you.
Okay, let's see here. It's hard to tell what some of the items are. Pick.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's them, attic, segment. Oh, thematic segment. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's number 4. Thematic segment.
You're doing better than I am already.
Etymology is number 5. And then number 6 is be something plus hers. Be something hers. Is that a wire? Be wire hers? Is that a loop? Be loopers? Bloopers! Bloopers. Okay, hold on.
Alright, well, you figured out your 3 and I can't even figure out one of mine.
Okay, so recent games.
Recent games.
Recent games is number 1. Sorry about Sterling barking in the background. He's very excited about rebuses. So out
boat.
Outy row? Is it
Outy row.
Outy boat?
And then inty boat?
No, because
there's an out and an in. It's basically the same thing, but one is outy boat, the other one is inty boat.
I don't think
it's not quite boat, but you did say it.
Row? Outy row. Oh, intro and outro.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
3. Okay, so we have to put them in order of how. So it would be number 2 first, then recent games, and then 1, then the thematic segment, which is number. No, wait, sorry. Recent games. Oh, I already said that one. Yeah, so then thematic segment is 4. So then
etymology.
Etymology.
And then the bloopers.
Which is 5. Then outro, 3. and Bloopers 6. So the code is 214536, but I don't know what to do with that. They're in a row. Do we have to put the paintings in that order? Do you think, Cassadi?
Is 2 the intro?
Yes.
But the arrow's going out of the box.
Oh, you're right.
So
That's out. That one's outro.
Yep.
And then 3 is intro.
Yeah.
So it would be 314526. So would it stand to reason that we should probably move the paintings to be in that order?
I would say so.
Okay. So we take the paintings off the wall and we hang them back up in the order of painting number 3, number 1, number 4, number 5, number 2, and number 6.
Okay. You hear a celebratory noise.
Yay!
And a cardboard box appears in front of you, kind of like how those treasure chests drop/appear in Zelda when you finish a puzzle. So
very exciting.
So we gotta go open the cardboard box now.
Okay.
Maybe we should see if there's something written on it first.
There's nothing written on it.
Darn. Okay, so we should probably open it.
Yes. It's just a very low-budget treasure chest.
We don't have a lot of money for escape rooms around here, even the virtual kind.
Yeah. Okay, so inside the box is another boombox. This one is similar to the first one, but it's pink.
Ooh, interesting. Is there a tape in the tape deck, or is it empty?
It is empty. The first one was purple. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh,
But
okay.
Oh, then it probably means there's a third one that's blue too.
I mean, that would make sense. We are nothing but consistent with our color choices. Okay, so I wonder, do you think the tape would play something different if we put it in this boombox? I mean, obviously, based on normal world logic, that wouldn't be the case, but tapes are also double-sided.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could have a B-side.
Let's go. I'm going to go take the tape out of the first boombox and bring it over to the new boombox and flip it over and try and play the opposite side of it.
There is nothing on the opposite side.
Okay, I'm going to flip it back and try it on the same side in the second boombox.
It plays the same thing that you heard from the first boombox.
Okay. I mean, I do know that that's how cassette players and boomboxes work, for the record. Like, music doesn't change when you put it in a new player.
This
but
is like a magical void place.
Right.
Yeah, we are in the
episode.
void, so it could be.
Yes.
Also, if Darcy Carden shows up, I'm going to scream in a good way, so. Okay, so let's see. What haven't we... So we still don't know why game is written on the bottom of the chairs. We did the paintings. There's still a lot of games sitting on the table.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe we should start opening some boxes.
Maybe. Okay. Let's start with the escape room games. Let's open, exit, unlock, and escape room the game and just open the boxes and see what's in them.
Okay. I guess you might as well play a game while you're here. You pick up the exit and escape room and unlock games, but they're all super light and you realize they're empty.
Oh no. Let's quickly pick up all of the games from the piles and just see, do any of them have anything in them?
You go through all the game boxes one by one, and they're all empty until you get to Gloomhaven. When you pick up Gloomhaven, there's actually some heft to it, but not 21 pounds worth. You open the box and see another boombox inside. This one is blue, but it's otherwise identical to the other two.
Does it already have a tape in it?
No, it does not have a tape.
Well, we're really good at finding boomboxes. Okay.
Should we put the boomboxes on their appropriately colored chairs?
I mean, if nothing else, it would look lovely, so I say yes.
All right, so you put the boomboxes on their appropriately colored chairs, and it looks lovely.
Yay!
Hooray, that's exciting.
I'm so glad we did that.
Can I look underneath the game table?
Yes, you can, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
What's on the back of the couch?
The back of the couch? Nothing. It's just a normal couch. No, there's nothing out of the ordinary.
If I was Bill and we were doing the Escape This Podcast version of this, I would probably smash one of the boom boxes. I'm not Bill, and I don't like destroying things, so...
Well, to be fair, we've already gotten our use out of the purple one.
True. Purple's good, as far as we know. Although, why would we have 3 boom boxes, though, when all boom boxes, in theory, function the same way? We need to be able to play stuff simultaneously at some point. Because otherwise, what's the point of having 3 boom boxes? The problem is we only have 1 tape so far.
Yes.
With the 5x1 blank grid and a pencil to use.
Yeah. Hey, Ambie, so you said that the paintings, there was nothing behind the paintings, but can I look at the backs of the paintings and see if there's anything there?
There's also nothing on the backs of the paintings.
Okay. I assume I just kind of walked around them since they're hanging in midair.
Yeah, because you can do that.
Yeah. Okay, so...
What if we take the pencil and, like, wind the cassette forward a little bit and then play it?
That's not bad. That's... Yeah. Like, that's what people used to do to wind cassettes when you didn't want to rewind them, is use a pencil.
It's still playing the same thing on repeat.
Forever and ever.
Yes.
That was a good idea, though. Okay, so let's see. Of the games that are... The boxes that are on the table, are any of them specifically colored pink, blue, or purple? Like, notably so? Let's see.
I don't believe so.
It doesn't look like it. Lotus could maybe qualify as, like, pink-ish, because it's got the pink flower on it, I think. But, yeah, it doesn't look like we would have anything that would be extremely blue or purple. So did we just feel the boxes, or did we actually open up all of them?
You opened them all.
We opened them, and there's nothing in the boxes.
You really wanted to play a game, so...
Yeah.
So we opened every box, and
yeah.
the only one
Yeah, the
that
only
had
one...
anything was Gloomhaven.
Yeah. It's very sad.
That is very sad.
The word game. Pink, blue, purple. We have a pencil. We have pencils. Multiple pencils.
Mm-hmm.
And we still haven't written anything on the cassette. And it has the 5x1.
That might have just been signifying where...
The use of the...
Yeah. I don't think we need to write down it necessarily. Although, who knows? That's famous last words for me in an escape room is, this thing doesn't seem important. Cue, and, 45 minutes later, and it was very important the whole time. That's the thing. Like, I'm good at finding something that is important, but I don't always know it's important. Let's see.
Is there anything in the room you haven't looked at yet?
So white room, Kallax with a boombox, cubbies, chairs, couch, table with games.
So we haven't really looked at the pencil sharpener.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the deal with the pencil sharpener?
It's a fancy electric pencil sharpener, and it appears to work.
Can I open it up and see what's inside it?
No.
Well, I'm going to try sharpening a pencil.
All right, you sharpen a pencil. You sharpen the pencil as you remember your school days when you actually used number 2 pencils. Now you have a sharp pencil.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow. Man, I feel very accomplished right now, I have to say. But there were multiple pencils, right?
Yes.
I want to sharpen all of them, please.
All right, you spend a couple minutes sharpening all of the pencils. You feel very satisfied. You have a bunch of sharp pencils.
I look over and see Cassidy just shaking her head at me.
That sounds accurate, actually, for me in an escape room.
Because I'm that person that wastes a lot of time doing mundane things that are not important. Ask my friend Kathy someday about the colored gems that I counted in an escape room once.
Just for funsies.
Oh, it's a real fun time when it's completely pointless.
So we looked at everything on the couch, right? We lifted up like all the cushions when we did the couch. We looked under the chairs, and it said the word game.
Is there anything on the backs of the chairs?
No, nothing out of the ordinary.
Or anything like on the legs or anything else? Just the game is written on the bottom of the chairs, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Kallax itself? Like, can we look behind it or in the cubbies where we put the games and see if there's anything else about the Kallax?
There doesn't seem to be anything else about the Kallax. That's just empty except for the games you put in there.
Okay.
So far we have found the word Blitz to be important, and the word game is under all of the chairs. So where's the word board?
That's a point that you've made. That's an excellent point.
I feel like it has to exist.
Right. The question is where.
It's also a 5-letter word, but we don't have a board game that starts with O.
Have we actually looked at the top of the table, like where the games were sitting? If we move the games off of the table, is there anything on the table itself?
No, it's just a nice game table.
Nice game table. Okay.
Is there anything under it? Did we already do that?
I'm not sure if you already did that, but there is nothing under the table.
Useless.
Unless you threw the game boxes under the table. Then those are under it now.
I kind of just want to do that because reasons. Because those boxes are useless.
But yes. There's something else in the room that you haven't inspected thoroughly, I think.
So the things that I have listed that are in the room are the calyx with the boombox and the pencil and sharpener, the table with all the board games on it, the 3 chairs and the couch, and the framed paintings. Did I miss something?
There are also some balloons that appeared after.
Oh yeah, the balloons that I wanted to pop, and now we have sharpened pencils to pop them with. So thanks, Crystal.
I completely forgot about the balloons too, for the record.
I didn't write the balloons down.
Neither did I. This is why, note to everyone, take good notes. We're gonna pop some balloons with the pencils.
Which ones?
Wait, so they're really high up, right? So we're gonna have to chuck the pencils at them.
Oh no, it's a dexterity game.
There's a bunch of helium party balloons. Most of them are floating really high up, but there are 3 that are floating lower, as if they're weighted down by something.
Yeah.
But they're still out of reach. You can't, grab them or anything.
Can I stand on a chair and reach them?
Nope. Can
I stand on the table and reach them?
No, because they're, not next to the table, and if you try to move the table, the balloons kind of move, too. So
that's just rude. Magic balloons are not okay.
So, I try. Wait, how many pencils do we have?
A lot.
Okay, I tried throwing
an infinite amount of pencils.
Yes. I tried javelin style throwing a pencil toward one of the low hanging balloons.
Okay. In another life, you were a champion dart thrower, so you easily throw the pencil at the balloon and pop it. You see a small object fall out of the balloon and clatter to the floor. It's a cassette tape. It's labeled game. And it is purple cassette tape.
So it obviously has to go in the purple boombox. I mean,
yes.
I would hope.
But before we do that, I want to javelin style pop the other 2 low hanging balloons.
Yeah.
All right.
Because otherwise we'll forget.
Similarly, 2 more objects fall out, and they're also both cassette tapes labeled games. One is blue and one is pink. So now you have 3 cassette tapes.
Okay, well, we're only 2 people, so we might, I don't know if we need to play them simultaneously or one after the other or what.
Well, let's
play one and see.
Yeah, let's take so we've got our boom boxes all lovely lined. Oh, Sterling is.
They're on their appropriately colored chairs right now.
So let's go ahead and just take the purple tape and put it in the purple boom box and hit play and see what happens.
Okay, so you place it in the boom box and play it. You hear a strange sound clip.
The temple.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. I mean,
it was escape the whatever cursed temple.
Oh yeah.
That was purple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's take the blue tape and put it in the blue boombox and play it.
Okay. You all hear another strange sound clip from the. Did you hear it?
No, yes. I need to hear that one again.
I think we have to play them all at the same time, and it'll fill in the pieces. But
oh yeah, it is. So it's the same. Yeah. Okay.
I think you might have figured it out from the first one.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's try pink and pink.
Pink and pink. Oh, yeah, pink and pink. Okay, there's a pink and pink. I'm like, there's only one pink. Okay. Let's see. Pink is game.
Escape the temple.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we need to play them all at the same time.
Yeah. So I'll put my hands on the pink or on the purple and the blue boom boxes on the play buttons. Here, okay. we've rewound everything first.
Yes, with the boom box or with the pencils.
Yes, we've rewound them
via some.
And then Cassadi, can you hit the pink one?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, click.
Escape room the game.
Betrayal. Escape the curse at the temple.
Okay. So we have 3 games listed. Escape Room the game was number 1. Betrayal was number 2. Mm-hmm. And Escape the Curse of the Temple was number 3. Okay. I don't know what that means yet.
Right.
Okay.
Is there something those games have in common? I don't think
Escape Room the game is forwards. Betrayal at House on the Hill is 6. Escape the Curse of the Temple is 6. Escape Room the game, Betrayal, and Escape the Curse of the Temple. So the balloons that are higher up are too high for me to throw darts at. Is that accurate?
You can try throwing darts at them if you want.
Okay, well, I'm gonna try and dart a higher up balloon.
All right, you have lots of fun. You managed to pop them all, but there's nothing in them.
Woo!
Okay.
And now you just have sad.
Just to make sure we've
balloons.
expended all
Sad
of our
dead
balloon
balloons.
options. This is that moment in the escape room podcast where everybody's going, "It's so obvious," and
Right.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm not sure how obvious it is because I'm like too close to it, and I don't know.
Okay,
if
well,
I
we
have
go
it.
to the table and we pick up Escape Room the Game, or the boxes for Escape Room the Game, Betrayal, and Escape the Curse of the Temple, and look at them thoroughly again, I guess.
There's nothing special marked on the boxes at all.
Okay. But we have
So
to
maybe
do...
we need to put those games on the chairs,
Oh, okay.
depending on which tape they came from.
That makes sense. Okay. So we gently take the boom boxes off of the chairs and put them on the table.
Gently.
Boom
Okay,
boxes
gently.
are, vintage at this point, kind of, so...
So Escape the Cursed Temple goes on the purple chair.
And then...
Which one did we do second? We did the blue one second.
Well, because it said all of them in order, but how do we know what the order is?
Would you like to
Oh,
listen
yeah,
to it
'cause
again?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Well, I know the order they were set in, but I don't know what the order of the colors. So,
Here, I'll play it again.
okay.
Escape Room the Game.
Betrayal. Escape the curse at the temple.
So Ambie was number 1, Cassadi was number 2, and I was number 3. So that means Escape Room the Game needs to go on the blue chair. Betrayal at House on the Hill needs to go on the pink chair.
Yep.
And Escape the Curse of the Temple needs to go on the purple chair.
Okay, so you do that, and as you place the 3 games on the chairs, the room and everything fades out of existence and you fall asleep again. When you awaken, you're back home and episode 29 is finishing up. You quickly stop the podcast player. Okay, maybe binge listening to every episode wasn't a great idea. That's okay, there are plenty of other ways to celebrate our anniversary, like watching our Board Game Blitz music video, or playing a game of Ghost Blitz. Well, you can save that for tomorrow. And that's it. Yay!
Yay! Oh my gosh, that was delightful.
When you said that I should have put board in there, I was like, oh, duh. I was even thinking.
So there was Blitz and there was game, and I'm
Yeah.
like, there has to
Well,
be board somewhere.
But labeling it game was an afterthought to try to make sure there were clues to connect everything.
Oh,
so.
Gotcha. Well, Ambie, that was awesome. I think you did a spectacular job. You designed an escape room.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yay.
Super awesome.
I'm glad it worked well. It was interesting because I tested it on Toby and he did the paintings right away and then forgot what else was in the room because he didn't write anything down. But then you guys did it in a different order, so that was interesting.
That's cool. Well, I hope everyone listening enjoyed this. I guess we could take a couple minutes here and let's just catch up with Cassadi. You haven't been on the show in a while, so what have you been up to gaming-wise, life-wise, whatever you want to tell our listeners about? I guess if you are a recent Blitzketeer and have not been listening for a super long time, Cassadi started the show with us back in 2016 and was on the show for a couple of years, and then life got busy, so she had to step away, but she is always a Board Game Blitz host, and we are so happy that she's able to come back and join us every now and then. So Cassadi, tell us what's going on.
We bought a house and
Well,
sold
that's
a
super
house.
exciting.
We moved into our new house the week before Christmas, so that was stressful.
Yeah, that's a busy time of year already.
Yeah. Lizzie is 3 now.
Wow.
How is that possible? Oh my gosh, that's mind-blowing
And
to me.
she now has her own board game collection.
Okay, that's adorable. Does she have a favorite game?
Right now it's Karuba Jr.
Oh, I didn't even know there was a Karuba Jr.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Cool.
It's cute. It's really fun. What else have I been doing? I tried to play Gloomhaven. I did not like Gloomhaven.
Oh.
So I think I played 6 games and then just told them to replace me because it did not work for me.
Well, you're still ahead of me because I've owned my copy for a year and a half and still haven't punched it, so...
I have a regular group at work that I play games with now every week.
That's exciting.
At lunch break. That's fun.
Any particular games that that group gravitates toward?
We've been going through the campaigns of Oh My Goods recently.
Oh, okay. That's pretty neat.
And those have been a lot of fun.
I've been thinking about taking a copy of Just One into work and getting my coworkers to play that, because it's like super easy to get into and I love it. I'm obsessed with Just One right now.
Yeah, it's usually just 2 or 3 of us. If we're lucky, we have 4. So we tend to stick to pretty simple card games that we can play at the lunch table while everybody's eating and everything.
Very cool. What convention plans do you have coming up? Are you going to be at Origins like usual?
I will be at Origins. As it stands right now, I will only be there Friday.
Okay.
I'll be at Geekway in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. I'll be at Geekway.
So is that before this episode releases?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was at Geekway. And I'll be at Gen Con again. Which you'll both be there this year.
Oh,
no, wait.
I can't go.
It was supposed to be both.
Ambie, no,
I have a wedding.
I know, Ambie was planning on going, but then she realized she has a wedding to go to.
Yeah.
Rude. Not you, the wedding people. How did they not realize?
But I am going to be at Gen Con for the first time ever, and I'm super excited. So everybody can just stop by the Dice Tower booth, because that's probably where I'll be living.
Yeah, that's it. There's another small local convention called Buckeye Game Fest in September, I believe, and I'll be doing that one most likely. But we're going to visit my dad in Arkansas in July too.
Very cool.
Cool.
I guess let's see. What were there any particular games that came out in 2018 or so far in 2019 that have struck you, that you've really loved, or anything new you've tried recently that you just want to give a shout out to?
No, I've still been playing a lot of games, but I haven't really played anything new. Oh, Wingspan. Ugh, I love Wingspan.
It's so
but I think
lovely,
everybody loves
isn't it?
Wingspan, so.
And it's funny because I've seen a lot of people comment online like, okay, yeah, this game is good, but it's definitely overhyped. And I'm like, just because a lot of people like a thing doesn't mean it's that much better. It just means that many people like a thing, and that there's value there. So people saying it's overhyped, I think, are full of it. Because it's a really solid game and it's a lot of fun. And I actually just played it again with my game group recently, and it's so lovely. I don't own it, but I've played it 3 times now, and it's just as good. I want to get a copy soon, as soon as they have more widely available.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll actually ever pick up a copy. Mostly because I'm still trying to cull my collection a little. It's getting out of control. So
I need to start getting rid of stuff.
I don't have room on my shelves anymore. I have room to buy new shelves, but I don't want to do that.
That's the ultimate gamer problem right there. Buy less games, or buy more shelves. Awesome. Well, Cassadi, thank you so much for joining us. You are obviously a fundamental part to why Board Game Blitz is what it is today. And even though you're not on every episode, you are always in our hearts. And I'm sure our peeps in our Slack channel love when you pop up in there every now and then too.
Oh my gosh, I haven't done that in forever.
You should pop in there and say hi.
I'm should.
Sure.
There's too much social media, and
Oh, that's accurate. But yeah, so Ambie will mention it in our outro, but for those of you who aren't aware, we do have a Patreon. If you would like to support our show for as little as $1 a month, you can get access to our Slack channel, which is pretty neat. We are in there every day chatting with all of our Patreon supporters, talking about often not games, but games too. Flip-flops and escalator etiquette and a whole bunch of things happen in our Blitz Slack channel. So head over to patreon.com/boardgameblitz if you want to get in on that. And otherwise, we're heading into year 4, and that's pretty cool. I'm very excited for what the future may hold. If you enjoyed this episode, please send us an email, boardgameblitz@gmail.com, and give Ambie some kudos. She put a lot of work into this. And if you have any feedback for us about the show in general, feel free to email us there as well, because we would love to hear what you want to hear from us in 2019 as we head into year 4 of the podcast.
And that's it for this week's Board Game Blitz. Visit our website, boardgameblitz.com, for video and blog content, as well as to get links to all our social media pages. This episode was sponsored by Grey Fox Games. Pre-orders for Reavers of Midgard will be closing soon, so make sure to reserve your copy now. It will be releasing widely this fall. Grey Fox Games. Quality games cleverly crafted. If you're enjoying the show, you can rate and review us on your podcast provider or consider becoming a patron. For as little as $1 a month, you can unlock access to unedited episodes and our private Slack channel, which lets you chat with us and other Blitzketeers directly. Head to patreon.com/BoardGameBlitz to become a patron today. Our theme song was composed by Andrew Morrow. Technical support provided by Toby Mao. Board Game Blitz is part of the Dice Tower Network. Until next time, I want to break free. I want to break free. Bye, everyone!
Bye! Board Game Blitz is sponsored by...
You hear a celebrity... Bleh. I can't say that word. You hear...